Hello, welcome in. It's another co-working stream. Just 1 second here. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, now trying these levels. Oh, that sounds pretty good. I'll have to start making little notes about where I want those levels to be. That's right. It's me. Welcome in. It's another creative club co-working, which is always cozy. The cozy creative club co-working, the 4Cs. Went live with the wrong notification. That's classic. That's the 5th C. Had a great client session today. That's 6. It's the number 6 C of the evening. Yeah, it's good. How y'all doing tonight? Hey, Omri, so good to see you. Welcome in. Now remember, Omri, this is a perfect time if you feel like stealing that bunny duck. That is a once per stream redeem. I know Wickfoss has been really on that lately. Hey, excellent. You finished a habit tracker for your Patreon. That's awesome. Oh, I've got a Patreon too. I'd like to do more with that. There is the correct go live notification. So yeah, we're gonna do this for 2 hours. That's what we do. 5 to 7 p.m. co-working Pacific time, and then we're gonna do a fun thing, which on Tuesdays, I should say, is Nugget Club movie riffing. Tonight's a Sherlock Holmes film from 1940, so that'll be fun. So yeah, welcome in. I think tonight I'm going to work on something you might not normally think of as creative, but I think it can be, which is finances. I am merging, coagulating some financial categories, and I'm excited for that because it's just going to make things nicer. And I don't know, money can be very creative. It's a way to do things, so there. Yeah, seat time in the old spreadsheets. I use Pocketsmith, which I wouldn't recommend to anyone else, but for me it works really well. Now we do have ads because I wanted to get rid of those pre-roll ads so that people can drop in and get a vibe for what's going on. I did just snooze our first ad, so that's going to come back at some point to get us. That's right, Omri, I am getting creative with the books. Thank you for the 3-stream streak. Thanks for the 3-stream streak. Also, I have a little... Tonight's very simple stream snack. Peanut butter sandwich. Now, I stopped buying jelly because it was just too tempting to eat sweet stuff all the time. So instead, peanut butter. Now, that's going to take a lot of water to wash it down, too. And before stream, I had a really big apple. Like, really big. Like, too big. Apples are so big these days. Still a little left in there, I think. I do think I'm going to start us... it's become a little bit of a co-working stream. Sorry, just turning that down a bit. A little bit of a co-working stream regular, which is a jigsaw puzzle. So yeah, if you have hey, Orphalaf, sorry, Orphalaf, thank you so much for the Prime sub. You've subscribed for 5 months. That's amazing. Thank you so much. This is a really good time if you want to weigh in on what elements you'd like to see in the jigsaw puzzle. What do you like pictures of? Just let me know. This is a really good time for that. Now also, be careful with the puzzle and let me know if you find yourself getting sucked into the jigsaw, because that can happen to people. That can happen to people. There's no shame if you get sucked into the jigsaw puzzle, but we just want to make sure that we're not feeding the beast too much. Yeah. Ooh, Omri, creative time sounds like it'd be a good time to come up with dinner ideas for Saturday. That does sound amazing. Does sound amazing. One thing that's fun is you know, feeding yourself, planning meals and stuff. At least for me, I can find that very stressful from time to time. But what's fun is when you can take a creative approach, creative stance toward things, and it can turn them from scary to fun. And that is, I think, a heck of a thing to be able to do in this world. So yeah. And as always, yeah, as I said, as you can see on the bottom here, we're going to do live movie riffing at 7. That's kind of a reward for doing 2 hours of co-working. And now we're also going to do a creative wisdom. I'm trying to get a creative wisdom in there where I share like a tool that's been helpful for a lot of my clients or just for me or whatever. They're usually tools that I've heard of from others or that I've made up for myself, and they're not necessarily evidence-based. I'd like to get more evidence-based, but your mileage may vary. So, but people have found them very helpful. So we're going to do one of those. I'll tell you a little bit about my coaching and consulting at that point. As always, you never have to spend a dime to be here and a full participant in this community. So yeah. You'll notice an ad at some point, but never an obligation. Just so happy to spend time with y'all. All right, I'm going to go ahead and choose what we're going to do for a puzzle and get that started. We've got an ad coming in about a minute for folks who aren't subscribed. And thanks for that. Thanks for watching that. That's going to be... You can think of that as keeping the doors open for people to come in and not have to sit through pre-rolls. So for anybody who wants to just check out the community, check out the vibe, you're making that happen by watching these cool ads. That ad is going to start in 6 seconds. We got 3, 2, 1, and there you go. All right. That makes this pure subscriber content and Twitch Turbo content, while the others are entertained by the latest in capitalist creativity writ large. Hey, Orphalef. Yeah, so I use Pocketsmith, which is not like a normal budgeting or forecasting app. It is the best way I've found to describe it is that it's like Google Calendar for money. It'll say that things are a budget. When it refers to a budget, what it really means is a financial plan, a planned financial transfer or transaction. And so you schedule these budgets and it lets you forecast things. It is very weird and very wacky. But if you want to be tracking incomes and outflows on a day to day or week to week basis, and you want to see that projected line of balance and stuff, it's good for that. Oh, this was fun. Oh, actually, wait, no. Let's go back. Oh, I found a good puzzle to make here. We're going to set it up the usual 500 and some pieces. And I'm going to get this in the chat and then on the screen for you all. Let's see, join in tonight's puzzle. There we go. It is so fun to watch a stream like this find its norms. As they say in Star Trek, to grow a beard because of how Riker grows a beard as the show gets good. So now let's find out how to put that into here. Let's grab it, setting up that window share. Oh, interesting. Hello. That was the software that I use for using my iPhone as a webcam on Windows. It's usually pretty good. I don't know what it's doing right now. And I think it was free, so can't fault it. Or maybe I can. All right, let's transition here. Okay. Nice. Oh, I think we're running into a little bit of heavy CPU usage. I'm going to look into that. Oh, Tiller. Yeah, I'm interested in any other suggestions you might have because these days the finance software is kind of a weird space to explore. I wonder why my computer is kind of chugging. Let's take a look. I don't see any notices about any dropped frames. That's good. All right, task manager, what do you have for me? Oh, interesting. Oh. Got the usual suspects, OBS and Chrome. There's a lot of Chromes. 16 Chromes. Why are there 16 Chromes? Huh. Interesting. It's too many Chromes. Let's try redoing the music a little bit here. Oh, okay, here we go. Google Chrome has a task manager. This is cool. Oh, subframe. SteveOnly.com. Big memory footprints. Interesting. Let's get rid of some of these subframes. I wonder what they do. VPN for Chrome. I don't know that I need that. I have VPN on my computer. Might be doing double duty here. We're gonna not do that. I just use a general VPN for the sake of... I don't expect it to be ideal. I just use it as a little bit of extra oomph when it comes to privacy. Okay. I think things may have calmed down here. And those of you doing the puzzle, you can also go up into the top right and you can set your name and color on there if you'd like. I don't think you even need to log in. All right, now I'm going to swap, or no, I'm going to stay on Windows here and turn on studio mode and set up Nugget Club. Oh, hey, Orphalef, yeah, just catching up. Syncs financial info to Google Sheets and you play with some very sophisticated... That's nice. I've been thinking about just going Sheets to the wind. I think we're just going to have to bear with IV cam for now. As always, I could dive in and try to fix it and just make everything weirder. Oh, I think this is why. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just realized something. I think this is why in the past I may have captured myself at 30 instead of 60 frames. Ooh, also apparently iCloud for Windows started. I don't want that. Just a lot going on. Just a lot going on here. See, I wonder if it's the case that this camera or this phone just can't really keep up. So let's just set it down to 30. Interesting. Give me 1 sec. I hate to say it, but after the stream, it may be time to switch to Camo, which is another app that does this stuff. All right. So, my only issue with Google Sheets, and let me know if this is an outdated take or whatever, but I always like to sort of error check my spreadsheets, and Excel has this nice trace precedence and trace dependence arrow based system that I don't think Google Sheets has. But also, it's like, that's also not 100% great. I mean, maybe I just need to be building in like error checking into my stuff, you know? It's just simply like how they tell you in math how to check your work. Oh, okay. Lothar, that sounds cool. All right. It's so fun that there's like, that y'all are like regulars now who roll in. What have I done? What have I done? All right, that's looking good. Yeah. I mean, excellent. You're definitely a regular. Can I VIP people? I don't even know what that means. Is that like a real thing? Or is that a Stream Elements thing? Spoodens! Hey, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? Now, I do want to remind you all that the bunny duck has not been stolen. So, if you want that bunny duck, just head on over to the bottom left of below where it says send a message in chat, and click on that circle there, and scroll down, and you'll see those unlockable, those redeemable things. And there's one called Steal the Bunny Duck, and it only costs 1 point. And only one person can do it in all stream. So, I don't know what to tell you. It's still just sitting there. The bunny duck is waiting with bated bunny breath. Oh, yeah, excellent. Steals the bunny duck. Amazing. Well done. You've done it. There you go. Bunny duck. Bunny duck. What is the bunny duck? Looks a little something like this. There. That's a bunny duck. I hope that resolves all your questions. No further questions, Your Honor. Spoons. I am setting up our movie for tonight. It just so happens that the creative co-working time is also very good for setting up Nugget Club. All right. All right, kids, we've got another ad break coming in a minute. Now, these are sort of a new thing. The reason I have these ads the way they are, as I've said, is it keeps the pre-rolls off, which means new people can come in and check out the show and check out the stream and the channel, and they won't have to watch a perfume ad. So I really appreciate your patience through these ads, and we can talk more about the pacing, but think of it as for every piece of advertising that you're exposed to, you're supporting the stream and the community. And I'm going to try and count you down. I won't make as big a deal of it, but that's just because it's new. You got commercial sign in 3, 2, 1, and you're gone. All right. They're out of here. Now it's just us. Now it's just Sub Club. Oh, let's see. Okay, I think I can just turn off studio mode. Yep, we're all set up. Now we can really have fun. You can still chat to them. I suggest that you ask people in chat what their ads are. I think we had some like David Beckham perfume and stuff. Subaru Oscar Mayer commercial with dogs driving. That's amazing. I love that. Wait, Alienware Bronco. So sorry for the mic noise. Good. I have noise suppression on. I'm gonna try the better quality noise suppression. But I don't know, it might make laughter sound weird, which is always not great for my streams. Let's put like a little. Let's beautify this screen a little bit. Ooh. You gonna be a chemical engineer there, Gurnaw? That might be cool. Oh, what an awkward size. Whoa, that's big. Creative Coworking. Just what it says on the tin. Let's pick a font. Oh, that didn't work. Cluster. Semi-expanded italic. Arlo solid. A lot of these fonts just kind of aren't working. I wonder if I'm doing it wrong. No. Stuck in the land of Arial. Hey, CL Tapman, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? I am just trying to give us a cool title. Currently scrolling through fonts. I think it's gotta be rounded, Arial rounded empty bold, which is my sweet baby. See if it works. No, it didn't. Interesting. The fonts are just kind of not working. Minkowski sums. Sounds very futuristic. Are any fonts gonna work? That one worked. Whoa. There. We're just gonna go Bauhaus. 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 Some of these fonts, they don't really scale. I don't know. Haven't solved it yet. Woo. Oof. Hey, Ashuman TV, welcome in. How you doing? Doing well, doing well. It's a good stream. Just messing around with a little wow, these colors are really popping a little too much. They're looking sussy. Yeah, this isn't really working super well. Let's see. Pick a screen color. Oh, I know. Let's go with this. Hmm. I'm gonna need to get like an image or something. For now, we're just gonna rock and roll with the black background. Still hungry. I think I'm gonna go make a little streamer shake. How do you make a streamer shake? Wiggle your computer, I guess. It's actually pretty funny. Yeah, that's a good. That's a good one. Yeah. All right. I'll be right back. Chair can take it for a while. Fuzzy blanket time. I mean, fuzzy blanket jacket time? Heck yeah. I also feel like I'm still like darker on this when I'm using this camera on the Windows thingy. Whatever. Whatever. Shake time. This has Metamucil, a little bit unflavored, and vanilla protein powder, and oh yeah, a little bit of decaf Nescafe crystals. The powder is way too sweet. Bracing. Ooh, you need more cookbooks. What kind of stuff you cooking there, Omri? Oh yeah, I forgot. Uh, I got something for streaming. I don't know what it's going to be like. I suppose I should open it carefully just in case it doesn't work out. Hmm. Oh. Yo. Yo. Yeah. That's so good. That's so good. Oh my god. How do you. How, oh my gosh, I'm like DJ Santa. It's warm too. I'm gonna like wear this out and about. Damn. I'm loving it. Merry Christmas creep, everybody. Your shake is slowly becoming more resistant to flow. Part of my wall opened. I have this like built-in fold-down desk thing in the wall. But if I was to ever try to actually use it, it would just like snap off. Like so many things. So it must never be opened. But it just tried to open. And it folds down too, so it opens with force. All right. 606. Pick up sticks. I'm gonna do a little work on these financial categories on my side on a different computer that you can't see. And then at about 6:45 my time, I'm going to drop a wisdom on you. Now, CL Tapman, you already know this wisdom. It's about thresholds and off ramps. But I'm going to get it down in the VODs for all time. And we're going to roll into Nugget Club, do some riffing of I think I can show you. We're gonna riff Sherlock Holmes and the Secret Weapon. And, you know, we're not just one of the privileged few. We're not just gonna snark on the movies anymore. Well, we're gonna. But we're gonna let the movies be a co-host. So we're really gonna watch them and enjoy them. So that's nice. Basil Rathbone. Yeah, his name is like so well chosen. Yeah, what is mic movement sounds? Yeah. It's the cables. Oh, that's better. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Co-stars Basil and Nigel. Bagel. All right. Omri, I don't know what that is. Is that a South Park thing? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Sounds cool. Sounds pretty cool. Cooking. Cooking and groceries. What is cooking if not groceries? Oh, it's Amazon stuff. Great. Okay, yeah. Yeah. My time. What did I say my time about? My time. These are all old things, too. They can just be called housewares. You can find it in the sporting goods department. Laundry. I no longer have laundry expenses because I wash my clothes in the sink. Make it make sense. So, but I don't think I can. I don't think that I can sunset a category. Oh. I'll just put it down. Yeah. Whoa. We're halfway to our sub goal. Our sub goal is 20 subs. That's cool. You love to hear it. Meeks! That 3-month Prime sub streak. Grazie, Meeks. Grazie. Everybody, give it up for Meeks. Heck yeah. Dance it out. Shopping. I think shopping essentials sounds like a Spotify playlist. Hype Train! Satan Wellness, thank you so much for the gifted tier 1 sub to Mr. Wilson 214. Heck yeah. That's so exciting. That's lovely. Oh yeah. Kaboom! Another category is absorbed by the other categories. Fees. Service fee, question mark? I love a category that just has one transaction ever, like of all time ever. Fees. Any better posture when I'm seated? But to get better posture, I need to raise my desk by like 2 inches. And then I need to like raise my monitor by like 2 inches. I don't want to. Ah, Orpha left. I love it. I love to see it. Every time somebody uses the channel emotes, I'm just like tickled. Tickled. All right. Hey, Riot Drew, welcome in. Yeah, we are doing another Apoozle, and then in about 25 minutes, I'm going to drop a creative wisdom on you all, and a sneaky ad for my creative coaching, and then we're going to go into we're going to watch and riff a movie, lovingly snark a movie called Sherlock Holmes and the Secret Weapon. And of course, you can continue to puzz while we movie. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Everybody spam the welcome in button. All right. Damn, these are some finances. Damn. What is shopping? All right. This sounds like it's not necessary shopping, so I'm going to recategorize it as pleasure instead of needs. I have way too many categories. Or do I? I don't know. I just don't know. Miscellaneous. There's this thing where you have to like set whether a category could ever, whether it's expenses, incomes, or potentially both. So there's a lot of like thinking like, you know, could there ever possibly be income in this one category? It makes you ask weird things like, could I ever make money on health and wellness? Like my own health and wellness? I don't know. I don't know. I have another category called recreation, comma, good. I'm not so sure actually about if it's good. I think my favorite category that I've found so far though is called unnecessary recreation. Like too much enjoyment. Stop it. Stop it. It's too fun. Socializing. Never heard of her. What's the difference between good recreation and socializing? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? And is there any way that I could make money on my own recreation? Do I want to know? Oh no. I need to stop. I need to stop going to coffee places. I need to stop. I've eliminated a lot of other money sinks, but I gotta stop going to coffee places. Oh god. Oh no. Incredible. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to keep working on this, but I'm going to spare you all the details. Hmm. Hmm. Only buy coffee at a coffee place when you also get carrots from a farmer's market. Or falafel. I think I'm just going to get carrot poisoning if I do that. This is not our first time getting this song. Nice. This is the only song. How's everybody doing? How whoa, what have you been up to lately? You got any fun hobbies? Hmm. Oh, you had a big Lothar hit a big milestone in my plant watering project. It waters plants now. That sounds so important for a plant watering project. Now, is that like creating something that does that, or getting yourself to water plants and referring to yourself as it? Shade Bean! Hey, everybody, say hi to Shade Bean. Shay, how have you been? You've been feeling kind of rough. Oh, I'm so glad that you showed up. So glad you rolled in and shared your beanius with us. I'm redoing all my budget categories. Budgeting. Genius. Cursed. It is. It's a heartbreaking work of staggering genius. Oh yeah, I just put two and two together that you used a little cool seagull emote. I think that's my favorite. Beanius. Venus. The bean. ESP-32 controlled copper pipe and lab glassware contraption emerging from a glass 5-gallon jug that can water 4 plants individually according to their needs. Amazing. That's rad. Hey, thanks for stoking the stream fire there, Orphalaf. We have another ad break coming in 45 seconds. Again, these are to keep the pre-roll ads off and allow people to dip in, see what our cozy community is all about. So thank you so much for engaging with those advertisements. I think after that, it's going to be time for me to drop a wisdom. And then it's going to be Nugget Club time. So I think that means I need to set aside my childish things and switch to the other monitor. Or plug the other computer into the monitor. Oh, let's do it! Rockapella! Two computers, one monitor. Multiple potatoes synced. In perfect alignment. What is taters? All right. That was easy. That was great. So great. The taters have aligned. They're taking the taters to Isengard. The taters. What's taters, eh? Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Master Frodo, I don't want him looking at me taters. Sam. Share the taters, Mr. Frodo. Sam. Samwise. He is very Samwise. Samwise to the Gamge. Although I don't like how he treats Golem. Smeagol. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't have to like it. Orphalaf, you've been reading Hobbit to the kids. That is like premium. Good time. Open, recent. This is like slow. Why is my monitor like slow? Why is that like slow? Let's see. Delete. Christopher, who's Christopher Tolkien? 101st. I think it's Tolkien. So like with the E first. I think you're right. I mean, you covered all your bases. You're golden. You can do whatever you want. You can do anything. I believe in you. Okay. I'm gonna go utilize the facilities. No. Better to save it up. It's time to do a moment of wisdom. All right. Let's see if we can get this done. I'm gonna go in here. Window. Studio mode. Aha. Studio mode did nothing. Great. Okay. I'm trying to make these look at least a little okay. Because I'm putting them up on the internets. So we're just gonna blink. Still looks like graphic design is my passion. Okay, here's your creative wisdom. Everybody ready? Spam those creative wisdom buttons. I'm gonna put this on. So that nobody takes it too seriously. You know what I mean? Okay, so here's a creative wisdom. It's about thresholds and what you might call off ramps. Let's call it thresholds and off ramps. Sounds nicer than like exits or whatever. Black on black. Okay. Thresholds and off ramps. So this is a consent modality that I'm kind of playing with. So consent is important to not take on trauma. And if you think of trauma as being anything that's too much too fast, or not anything, but it can come from anything too much too fast. Again, this is your mileage may vary. This is just as it is useful to me. And so some things about consent is that it's like ongoing, which means that it has to be revocable. But in order for consent to be revocable, you have to be able to get out of the situation at hand. So I came up with this concept of thresholds and on and off ramps. And when I say consent, I mean throughout your entire life, like various things. So this is good for like work. This is good for whatever, anything. A threshold is it's going to be anything that is a step you take that's harder to like extricate from, harder to get out of. For example, it could be, and you'll see that these are things that are worth doing in life. And let me draw a line. Fair enough. Like one threshold is like moving in with someone. A threshold could be signing a contract to do work, to do X piece of work. Let's say deliver. Oh my gosh, it is hard to type on stream. A threshold could be it's a good threshold. Like anything. Changing your name. And what I realized is before, oh, getting a job as a cashier where you're expected to stay at the register no matter what happens. Yes, that's another one. That's a good one. Wonderful. Getting a job as a cashier at a, let's say, stationed at register. Oh, I love register breakdowns. Those are amazing. Yeah, that's like so wild. I don't love them, love them. I love that they're so wild and crazy, and I hate them. Okay, off ramps. So before, and obviously, it can be a privilege to be able to opt into certain thresholds. Um, if you are experiencing certain forms of non-privilege or whatever you might call that, like you may be forced to um, opt into thresholds through your assent, which is like you have to go along with it, going along with it, rather than your consent, which is like enthusiastic. Okay, so before consenting to cross the threshold, I find that's very important to come up with the off ramps, um, which is like ways out, basically. It's so that you can like wrap up the so you can go to the threshold, try it out, you can exit. Again, it requires some privilege, it requires good positioning, but I think that you may have more flexibility than you think you might have. So before moving in with someone, a good off ramp would be planning how you could move out to a temporary place, including pricing it out. Um, this one, as a side note, has actually gotten a lot easier with Airbnb. You can get monthly Airbnbs same day. And if you're someone like me, like if I like to live with people, but also I have, um, I don't know that I'd call it sensitivities. I don't know if I call it picky, but it doesn't always work. I have high compatibility needs. Um, and if it's not working out, I am the kind of person where just for me, I want to be in a different space. Quick. I don't like to run out the clock on stuff like that. So I need to figure out like how much money and stuff it would take to be able to do that. That's an off ramp. Um, in fact, I'm going to make a little note that says plan these before entering threshold. This is going to be a longer wisdom. I like it though. And I'm also thinking in my head, like, I wanted to keep these professionalized so that I could have people look at them and think of me as a professional. And I'm like sitting here in a Santa hat with like a drawing on a. Anyway. Um, I'm built with original cringe and original silly. Okay. Cannot not be silly. Signing a contract to deliver work. One way to off ramp this is if it's experimental work, you could write a clause of experimental explorative work may change during completion. You could also do just as like a fallback in case of failure, in case you think you might. Oh no, not even that. Not even that. But like, because you don't go into it thinking you'll fail. But for me, I do find that it's nice to don't cash the checks until the project is done and approved. Of course, you can see how that is also tied into having enough money to do that. Um, I'll say so it's refundable in case of let's call it uh, unforeseen circumstance. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. I've been in the situation of having spent the like sort of advance money and then the project being much more involved than we thought. And like, there's been studies that show that like when you're building software, I mean, nobody can estimate software better than like 50% accuracy. So, yeah. And then changing your name, you can do this one's kind of easy. It's look up how to change it back before you change it. And then, oh, I love that. Excellent. Unclear marketing objectives or unseen difficulties can change project roadmaps. I mean, I might want to do another wisdom at some point about this contract one because you can also put in an arbitration clause, um, which says we're not going to sue each other. If it ever came down to it, we would get a third party arbitrator to tell us, how to make it right. Um, that way, it saves everybody. It doesn't just save everybody money; it saves everybody the threat of having to have money to spend doing that. Um, then there's okay, so getting a job as a cashier station to register. This is a tough one. You might need to have savings so you can quit, which is again, that's a hard one. Um, but it's interesting because you might realize like, oh, I might be able to just quit. You might have more. The reason that we explore this stuff is because you might not have these resources, but you might have more resources than you think you do if you think of them a certain way. So, and then you can also do don't wear mascara. Don't wear mascara. Get nicer shoes. Yeah, get nicer shoes. At first, I thought you meant just more fancy, but like, let's see, comfy shoes. Uh, maybe look up and know your rights as a worker. Um, and oh yeah, maybe also something like keep looking at other opportunities. Interviewing? I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, I think this is a really like useful sort of um framework for consent that I've been honestly using because there's been things in my life that I'm afraid have been finding fear when I'm trying to engage in them. And that could be anything. Any part of your life could be dating, could be um starting a business, could be just whatever. Um and this lets you like this essentially lets you have agency in getting out of situations that are bad for you. So yeah, there you go. Thresholds and on ramps. That's your wisdom for tonight. Screenshot it, find it on the VOD. Oh, Shay the Bean says, yeah, that one is probably most important. I got involved with this program that was supposed to help people with issues maintaining employment. You would think that'd be a good thing, but the guy I was working with was an a-hole, so yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's a-holes. That's another good wisdom to think about at some point. I am gonna go use the facilities, and then we're gonna do Nugget Club, which is where we riff a movie while also watching it and enjoying it. So I'm going to bring us over to that screen, the starting soon, and now I'm gonna put on some Nugget Club worthy music, and we can just and then I guess I'll post in the Discord that we're switching to Nugget Club. Now what kind of music do we want for this? Something peppy, right? Let's see what they hit us with the disco. Yeah, Basil Rathbone. Razzle Bathbone. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I think we can turn that up a little bit. There's a Discord. Can I just do this?